Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, my Onimusha samurai wielding warriors out there. Welcome back. It's time for some more Onimusha 2, and I've decided that I will travel the path of Kotaro Fuma. So, Kotaro Fuma is an interesting one because you do have to make efforts to make cutscenes happen. They don't happen naturally. So you have to go out of your way to make them happen. Let's go ahead and enhance. I was grinding. Oh, you know what? I need to go into the cutscenes first, and then we're going to go and enhance. So let's go ahead. I can't wait to see Eke Magoichi once again in full 4K. It's going to be great, guys. Oh my goodness, guys. I recorded earlier, but I made a mistake in my recording. So I have to do a little bit of this over again, but it's all good because it's all worth it for all you guys. So let's go up there, and I believe we have to talk to this guy. He's gonna say, "You don't have a permit. Don't come back until you have a permit." Something like that. We're gonna mostly ignore these guys for the most part because we are on a file we're going to get out. Oh, we got him. That was beautiful right there. Right? That's pretty good. Pretty good. We're going to leave that box open because we're going to go on the separate file where I have everything grinded already for money.
Do you have a permit? I won't allow you to enter the mine unless you have a permit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I still remember the first part of the walkthrough. When I first did this, I was pretty bummed out about the permit. Jeez, look at these guys, man. I've never been aggressively put here before. You know what? I don't have time for you. I have time for you, though. I have time for you. Just because they're just super annoying. I gotta ace in them, Get out of the way. You too. Someone will finish the job. Won't be me. Not on this file. So I'm gonna go ahead and go inside here. And I believe that's when we're going to meet Eke Magoichi. So let's go and see that happen.
Magoichi! Where did you take my girl? How dare you disturb our time? Together!
That woman gave me the help sign, so I had to break things up between the two of you. Get over it.
What?
Seriously. Who'd want a red bald head like you?
A red bald head? That does it! Outside now!
Huh.
It's a fight! It's a fight! It's a fight! It's a fight! Prepare yourself, Magoichi! You cheat! Coward!
You are too old-fashioned.
You arrogant fool! Stop this!
Eke Ankakuji is an honorable man, famous with the spear of the Hazoin. Magoichi Saiga is also an honorable man, and is a chief of the Kishu Saiga gun team. But it is dishonorable to fight over such trifle things.
And you are?
Jubei Yagyu, the young chief of the Yagyu clan.
Eh? Then you are the Jubei Yagyu who is master of the blade! It must be fate that three proud warriors meet in such a town. There will be no fight today. Magoichi will take pity on you instead.
I always love seeing that cutscene, guys. I remember as a kid watching that. It's still funny to me to this day. The little amount of people in that town that are there or like freaking out. It's a fight! It's a fight! It's a fight! Like it's only like 3 people there. It's like a really small town. But I like that. There's some kind of commotion going on with escalation between Eke and Magoichi. But here is the most fun, I think, in Onimusha 2, is the trading system. So, yeah, basically what it's telling me is, you know, when you trade with people, the relationship goes up or down. So, if you want to travel to the path of one side character in your story, you need their positive reactions when you trade stuff to them. If they get negative, then you won't go towards that path. So you got to pay attention what they like. Eke likes food and booze. Magoichi likes books. Kotaro Fuma likes interesting objects like, you know, a compass, a globe, you know, stuff like that. Oyu likes, you know, likes girly stuff like a comb, equipment for her that she could use to fight. Things like that. So, you know, we're going to go ahead and enhance and do all this good stuff. But before I do, I have to switch files. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. I am back on the file that I grinded off screen. As you can see by the 2 purple souls and the 9 bars of meter, almost 10. Let's go ahead and enhance. I'm going to go ahead with the armor, the greaves, and the gauntlet in that order. So let's go ahead and get the armor up. Oh yeah, I remember that sound effect, guys, as a kid. You know, I believe once it gets to level 3, I think that's the max, I could be wrong, but it turns into like a dark purplish hue around the black, the armor. You know, to this day, I haven't looked up on Google like what actually increases. I always assumed your defense increases, but you know, you never know. It might just be looks. The part of me doesn't even want to look. Like, I don't want to look. I want to leave that little part of mystery from my childhood undiscovered. Might sound silly, but there you go. The greaves. You know, the greaves are like... Yeah, I will go in this order, because the gauntlet, like, you're going to look cool if you upgrade this, but then your knees are going to look ugly as hell. So, yeah, let's go with the greaves. I think I might need a little bit more. I'm not sure. Yeah, just a little bit more. So yeah, one thing, guys, I wanted to tell you is there's been controversy over this game for the remake for being censored. So my whole take on that is that I have the PS2 version, the uncensored version, as you will, and I enjoyed the full aspect of it. I unlocked everything there was to unlock. I beat all the difficulties. I got all the extra stuff, except for the puzzle quest where you have to do the puzzles to go further in the demon realm to do even more puzzles. I did get stuck on that because I was refusing to look at the strategy guide, which I do have. Wanted to do that naturally, but oh my gosh, these puzzles are insane. Anyways, I think that it was a stupid mistake for the remake or this version of the game to basically get censored, because I remember in the intro where you see Oyu showering from behind, you can see a little bit of her breast, but not fully, and then it goes into like basically Jubei's story on where you enter the village after it's destroyed. That was kind of like the era I grew up in. It was focusing more on the story. And sex obviously sells. So it's like you have a little bit of like teasing here and there, and then you have people, you have blood, gore, but mostly the story is the centerpiece of it. But you have all these other elements that enhance the story a little bit. But nowadays, it's like everything's offensive to everybody. You know, I really don't care. I like what I like, but I think it was a mistake for this version of the game to be brought back censored. The things that I saw censored that were not really a big deal to me was the OU costume, the special outfit. It does look pretty ridiculous, but I think, you know, the principle I do agree with, that nothing should be censored in this game. It should be left unedited and just made enhanced, better graphics, and that's it. But I didn't like that they changed that scene with OU when she's showering. They should have left that untouched. The outfit, it's not even that crazy. They should have left that untouched. But I enjoy, and I still have the PS2 version. I enjoyed it. So I think that since I enjoyed it, I have that version for myself whenever I want to play it. But I do appreciate this version for looking much better visually and experiencing my childhood in a different way as far as the graphics are concerned. But I think the old version is still better. But I still will enjoy this for what it is. If they start changing the side characters' endings or dialogues because they think it was too controversial, then I'll say this version is shit. But hopefully they didn't do that, because I remember how these endings are for Eke, Oyu, Magoichi, Kotaro. I remember, so I will do Kotaro, and I think that's the most controversial one. So we'll see if they edit it. Hopefully they don't. But if they don't, I'll give them some credit, and I think this will be like an okay version. But if they change it, then it's pretty much bad. But I think for the most part, I enjoy playing in this like upscaled graphic version. But yeah, the old one is definitely superior. I'm not going to debate that, but I'll enjoy it for what it is so far. But we'll see how it goes. So for Kotaro Fuma, we have to talk to these people in order to activate a scene. And there's a shop here as well. So we'll go ahead and talk to these people here. What was that little jerk's problem? What did he say his name was? Kotaro? That little twerp called Kotaro seems to be upstairs in the bar. So, you know, basically once you talk to them, now Kotaro is going to trigger a cutscene now. If you don't talk to these guys, nothing happens. Let's go in here, guys. There is something that we have to get, so let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the whole different versions thing with you guys. It might not be a big deal, but it's been like a big topic in the community for Onimusha. Some people are refusing to buy the game. I think that there's no wrong or right answer. If they don't want to buy the game, their answer is justified. But I like Onimusha so much, and I think if those two minor changes are the only things they've changed, I'll kind of appreciate it for what it is. But the older version will always be superior. There is a timetable right here. We do have to get there quickly enough. We made it, guys. We made it. You know, for some reason, the one I remember the most, as far as the side characters are concerned, is Magoichi. I remember his ending. One of my favorite ending was Eke. The second was Oyu, Magoichi, and then Kotaro Fuma. And Kotaro Fuma is my least in the rank, only because of how it ends. It is pretty emotional, but I don't think it's bad. I just wish it could have turned out differently. But that's all I'll say if you haven't seen it. If you've seen it, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. I'll just leave it like that. No spoilers. No spoilers. Let's go ahead and make sure we got the bow. I do have the bow. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, actually. Yes, yes, there it is. So we can't equip it, and then we can't equip it in town. Like, we can't even equip our sword right now. It only happens in the cutscenes. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Never mind, I'm not going to switch game files, I already did. Never mind, never mind. Good thing too, good thing too. I'm trying to make sure I do this correctly with Kotaro Fuma. Okay, so we talked to those guys. Now something's going to happen when we go upstairs, I believe.
He's here! Get up, boy! Give us back the wallet! We told you to get up! Did you hear me? Whoa!
The wallet? Well, I gave it back to the owner.
What?
Follow the leader, monkey men. Keep up!
Wait! You little brat! Dead! Get up! Wait!
That was fun.
I'm gonna kill you! Ow! Ow! Ow!
Anyone else would have killed them. Thanks, Jubei Yagyu.
How do you know my name?
I observed you while you walked away from Yagyu Village after it had been burnt down.
Who are you?
Kotaro Fuma.
I see. You are a chief ninja working for the Hojo clan. Why did you come here?
I'm here because of a certain Oda clan leader.
You are scouting. Then you shouldn't play pranks.
What?
A man who shows off too much will be caught someday.
That's none of your business.
I don't know, I think that was a cool cutscene. I enjoyed it. I thought he was dead the first time I saw that. I'm gonna kill you! And then that guy was gonna shoot, or... You know, it doesn't seem like it was gonna end well. But before we go into that, before we go upstairs and talk with Kotaro Fuma and everybody, let's go ahead and grind just a little bit here so that I can upgrade level 2 on my greave so we don't look level 1, you know? You know? That's how we did it back in my day in Onimusha 1. Nothing fancy. Then Onimusha 2 forced me to learn that. You know, interesting thing, guys. There is an Onimusha 1 that's not in the HD version. You can, once you beat normal, it unlocks hard, and then you can unlock critical mode. As you can imagine, nothing takes damage unless you do critical. I thought you would unlock something secret by doing this incredibly hard mode. And believe it or not, I was able to beat it as a kid. I beat the critical mode. So, I beat it, and I didn't get anything for it, man. I didn't get anything except for bragging rights. Maybe one of these days I'll load up the file, and I do face Fortinbras, and you don't have to do any Eastons on him. I don't think it's possible. Some bosses you can't Easton them, so you don't have to worry about getting Eastons. But there are some that do, and you have to get the Eastons. Oh my, this is a nightmare, man! It's a nightmare, a nightmare of epic proportions. Epic proportions. I think we have enough, guys. I think we have enough to level up. So let's go to the shrine, double check. If not, I'll go back here without with the power of editing. I like this place. I like it a lot. You know, the funny thing is, it wouldn't take too much money or too much effort to make it into a reality, this area. It's nothing too fancy, but, you know, I like Onimusha, so it brings like, oh, it feels so good to see this place again. Yeah. Especially this statue here. It's a little weird. I can't see the head. Am I crazy, or like in the PS2 version you can see the head? A statue of a god of the underworld. It is said it can see all deeds from your past lives. Interesting. Thank goodness, guys. The meter goes down so fast. I didn't know if we had enough, to be honest. Alright. We're looking good so far, guys. So let's go ahead and buy the permit, actually. You want to buy a permit to the gold mine? I'll sell you one for 100 gold. You have 4,240 gold. You dang right, guys. Been on that grind for all of you, so I could buy everything. Here you are, happy digging. You obtained the mountain permit. There are rooms upstairs as well. Feel free to use one if you feel like it. So we're going to talk to everybody, but basically, Eke likes food and booze. Magoichi likes books. Oyu likes hairbrushes, flowers. Kotaro Fuma likes interesting mechanical items. Let's go ahead and talk to both of them. As you know, I love all kinds of booze. Now, I heard that they have some really special stuff overseas, and I'd love to try it out someday. I've heard that this town has some wonderful old manuscripts. I came here to look for them, but I've had no luck so far. If you find any, please let me know. So that's good to know. That's why he likes the history books. But if you get all the history books, you can get the whole collection, and my goodness, your connection with Magoichi will skyrocket, let me tell you. I drank too much again today. I really need to start taking it easy. Yeah. Kotaro Fuma will be right there. Jubei, is it true that the Earth is round? I've heard of this thing called a globe, and apparently Japan is really tiny. I have to see it with my own eyes, because I find this very hard to believe. I do know where the globe is. So we're going to go ahead and get that, and probably trade with Kotaro before the end of the video. How about that, guys? I think that's a good plan. Do you have a family? Families are great, even if you're poor. I'm so tired. My legs and back are killing me. Working here ain't no party, let me tell you. If you're getting the gold, then it should be worth it, right? Buy property and, you know. Folding fan. We talk with this cat? Did like a weird circular path there when I tried to talk to it. Are you just trying to get away from me? So OU will actually be right here. She'll be just like looking out in the distance, all relaxed. What is that cat doing? Is it gonna wake up that guy? Let's wake him up. Huh? Why did you wake me? I was sleeping like a rose. Because I felt like it. That's why. Oh my gosh. It's karma. The cat won't let me leave the area. Alright, let's go. Never had that happen to me before. Let's go ahead and get the globe. I know where the globe is. Man, that chick looks ugly, right? I don't know. Maybe my standards are just high, you know? Come one, come all. I've got the rarest and most valuable things that one can find. Gotta line up everything nice and proper. This is famous salt, which Kenshin Yusugi gave to his arch rival Shingen Takeda. It doesn't taste like average salt. Can you tell how rich it is? Somehow I think you can talk to one of these guys at some point and you can buy stuff. I can't remember. Yeah. What do we have here? Ooh, a globe. You know, I found out recently where that was, so I was like, I gotta find out where that is. And yeah, there it is. So I think right here is gonna be where we save. I think we made a lot of good progress, guys. Feels good to be back in this town. Gosh, so many like memories, guys. I have so many hours put in, especially off screen. But let's go to the shop and buy stuff before we end the video. Let's talk to everybody here. Shut up, you idiot. Do you know who you're talking to? I think he's drunk or something. I came all the way here, but someone else just bought what I was looking for. That's unlucky. My, what a handsome young man. This woman told me she likes slim guys not too long ago. Well, maybe she doesn't have your best interest, you know? I forgot that the dog actually says something. The parrot too. Hello there. Say, didn't I see you here before? Well, since you're here, can I interest you in some of my wares? Alright. So, I do remember for a fact, guys, that if you don't trade the egg, it turns into a chick. The chick turns into a chicken. And then that chicken lays a golden egg. And if you don't give away or trade the golden egg, that golden egg turns into a golden chick. And that golden chick turns into a golden chicken. And I believe, if I'm correct, if you give that to anybody, their like relationship with you goes extremely high. I can't remember if there's anybody that dislikes the golden chicken. But that takes time. That takes time, guys. So don't expect that in one episode. This actually goes bad. If you keep the grilled fish for too long, it does go bad. And then that's a guaranteed negative item. Let me tell you that. When you try to trade it, it's not good. I believe sometimes people can reject your trades if they really don't like it. Salt. Let's go ahead and buy that. Vodka, of course, that'll be for Eke. You know, I do remember, if I'm like correct, Kotaro Fuma does like this. He says something like, "This is nice," and then the description is, Kotaro Fuma seems very happy with himself. Hopefully that's the case, because we'll give him that. The compass, I don't know if he likes it. I'm pretty sure he likes it. I'm not sure. He definitely does not like this, but we can give this to Eke to get a negative relationship, to get unique items to trade to Kotaro Fuma. So we can do that. Smagoichi likes this. I forget who likes that. I think Magoichi likes that. I think the parrot says nasty stuff to everybody else, if I remember correctly. The Wonder Flower, if you make a trade with somebody and you don't like how they respond, you can give them the Wonder Flower and they'll forget. However, if you make a trade for an item and you get it from that person, and then you give them the Wonder Flower, and then you try to trade that item back to them, I believe they say something like, "Didn't I trade you that?" And then they'll get really upset, and then their negativity goes really high. So I believe that's what happens. The artwork, I believe in the original game, the artwork is something you collected, and then you could look at the collection later at the menu. It's been a while. Also, something happens if you collect all the artwork. I forget what happens. Oh yes, this guy does restock, and if you buy everything again, and you have to grind for it, you have to grind for the money. It's not cheap. But if you do buy everything again, he gives you a necklace. And this necklace is special because if you stand still, your life goes up. So it saves you so much money on herbs and medicine and all that. It's definitely worth it. I'll make sure to do that off screen. Guaranteed, guys. We're going to get that necklace. And I think we have everything we need. And we need to go and trade with Kotaro Fuma the globe. Let's go ahead and do that. Man, my first trade in like forever. In like 10 years. Isn't that crazy, guys? I don't like how time flies, but let's go ahead and make this happen. Where's the globe? An ornament from Spain that shows the oceans and continents of the world. It's round, not flat. Let me see. I'm just reading the description there.
So it's true. The Earth really is round.
He seems to be absolutely overjoyed. Secret medicine. So, the path towards Kotaro Fuma begins. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let's go ahead and save. I already know what save spot I'm going to put Kotaro Fuma. He's going to be in save slot number 20. We're going to overwrite this. Ah, there we go, guys. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll have more coming up. I'll try to upload earlier, guys. I did have this recorded, but I did make a mistake on the recording, so I had to re-record it for you guys. But absolutely worth it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time on Onimusha 2.